Hey guys, today we are featuring on the channel one of the lesser known LD 5-star and Summoner Sword that is kind of a fallen angel at this point. He used to be in the top 10 most popular 5-star for Summoners or RTA for many years in a row. But now he's not even in the top 30 because of how the meta has evolved. But I still think he is or can be very strong in the right situation. And that monster is not Viva Shell. It is actually Ragdoll.
Got him!
So Ragdoll is an RTA only monster, and I think getting Ragdoll in 2025 will not actually feel very good because alone he's not that good, and you can't really use him in any PvE or in guild battle. So Ragdoll is actually a very niche LD5 in 2025 going to 2026. But today, let's see how this guy is using Ragdoll in Summoners or RTA. So you can see that to combo with Ragdoll, this guy is going in with the Viva Shell and Miying. I think the meta is actually shifting back to a bit more AoE instead of being single target with Layla, Okeanos, and Cigar, that kind of stuff, which means Ragdoll can actually be very useful against AoE monsters. You can see right here. So after they use the AoE, Ragdoll will boost the Velaju attack bar up and potentially give Velaju a turn that he very much need. And right here we have AoE stun from Okeanos who are weakened to crit rate, which is just a weakness in 2025, and allow the Velaju to have an opportunity to violent proc. A lot of people would instantly claim this like a luck sack moment, right? That Velaju get that violent proc right here, but we all build like we are watching 8 Vile unit. Oh wait, maybe Despair and Hey Gang, but we are watching at least 6 Vile unit in front of us. So it is at this point a core mechanic, a feature of the game. So if you allow this guy to have this chance to do this, I mean, it's gonna happen, right? And Ragdoll make it happen more often because without Ragdoll, he wouldn't get the attack bar to go, and Cigar would have moved, or maybe something else would have moved and done something to the team, and it could have been a very different story. But with Ragdoll, you can make that happen. And critting is still a very core part of every single unit in Summoners War, especially in 2025. We have so many units that crits all the time without crit rate build because it is a feature. So we have another bunch of AoE unit right here. We have Pontos being drafted. Pontos pretty much is a light Velaju. But here is the moment where a well-built Ragdoll and the shield set from Mao save the Ragdoll. So if you know, people will one-shot your Ragdoll with something like Fire unit because Ragdoll is often drafted with Wind unit. Like Leo, you have minus Fire on your Ragdoll or minus Wind, or the best is oh my god, he survived again! Or minus Fire and Wind on your left side artifact. Then you can survive that kind of damage easily. And also Ragdoll reflect damage, which means he has inbuilt damage reflection as well. So the Ragdoll survived 2 very important attacks, allowing the team to buy time and get the damage out, the skill out, and oh my god. You know what? That is a luck sack moment right there. Bro landed 2 sleep with skill 1. And it's like 20% or something for both these units. That is unreal. But unfortunately, the sniper is not dead yet, and the other sniper is also not dead yet. Meanwhile, the Ragdoll is resistant. He was about to land it again. The other guy actually resists with 15%. Okay, the sniper is pretty much dead. We got the Viva swap. Man, Viva is probably one of the most annoying unit for me personally, because you never really know what kind of Viva it is. Is it very slow? Is it very fast? Is it a Nemesis? Is it on Will? What is it going to be drafted with? Ragdoll or Oberon or Shizuka? Or is it going to be in like a China Cigar? You don't know. And this guy run Viva, Rag, Dark Indra, Dark Nezuko. Oh my god. So over there we have an AoE cleave, and here we have Ragdoll with Dark Indra. So let's see what happened. You crit, and you crit again. Wait, did he crit at all? Here comes a... Oh, but he missed 2 strip. As you can see right there, right? Because of the Nephthys crit. Because it's a multi-hit AoE attack. It allowed this team to move. Even though that Dark Light Inosuke was about to move to absolutely demolish these 2 units right here. But because he could move in between, the game is pretty much over. And the Viva Violent proc for Quick Snipe and also Dark Indra. I hate Dark Indra with a burning passion. So I think Ragdoll is still a very annoying unit because people don't fight Ragdoll as often anymore. You don't draft knowing a Ragdoll is coming. You draft thinking a Gianna is going to happen. Gianna is the most popular LD5 in RTA right now, followed by, what was it again? I think Viva. Viva is also very, very popular. Laura is also very, very popular. But Ragdoll is not very popular. So you don't draft or you don't build your box thinking that, all right, I'm about to fight a Ragdoll half the time. And because, oh my god, the resist. But even if he reset the Viva, I think with the immunity from the Dark Nezuko, it's still going to be a problem. And he's definitely going to tank this really, really well. But Viva is just crazy. The moment you resist, it's kind of over. And look at that. That guy drafted Aya with Velajo, though. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he got it coming for him. But because you don't prepare for Ragdoll, and when it showed up, you just feel like, damn, that sucks, right? It's so hard to play RTA nowadays because there's so many strong one unit, but then you have to like spend 3 of your unit to deal with it, and then Ragdoll show up and you suddenly kind of lose. So if you just have a very good, how do I say, a very good combination of Bruiser LD5, like this guy rocking the Dark Nezuko and the Viva, especially with Viva, right? They move, they do your thing, they do the thing, and then they give your team attack bar to cut in between so that there's always going to be that one unit on the enemy team that is going to be at low attack bar. And that is just exquisite food for Viva Chow. This is more of like a Viva Chow showcase. Ragdoll is more of like a Nemesis rune set of Viva Chow. So it is a Viva on Violent Will, Max Res, and Nemesis. That's the whole job of Ragdoll, is giving Viva Chow Nemesis rune. And the moment in RTA when you can snipe a unit immediately and your entire team is tanky, instead of relying on like a Sonia or a 5 Cassandra snipe, it's very hard to come back from the position because every one of the Ragdoll team is usually very, very efficiently built. Very high stat, very tanky, good risk, good accuracy, that kind of thing. It's just impossible for the enemy to come back from the position of losing one unit immediately at the start. So if you own a Ragdoll, it's very important to try and own a Viva. I don't know how to do that though. I really don't know how we can help you with that part. Unfortunately, this is Summoners War, right? Nobody has exactly what they really want. They kind of have, I think the worst feeling in Summoners War is pretty much just having half of the desired team that you really want to build. Like, you own Lucifer, but you don't own Talisman. I'm just describing myself. Or you own Viva, but you don't own Ragdoll. You gotta kind of just live with it. And there's really nothing you can do about it. But the moment you own the right combination of LD5, it is rather crazy. So we have Dark Indra. It's crazy, huh? Like how the people with Dark Indra will also have Ragdoll and Viva Chow. So you can see, right? On the other team, it's pure AoE. Oki awakened to crit rate. The other guys are AoE, which mean they're going to crit at some point, which mean the Hey Gang is going to come in between. The Dark Indra is going to come in between. Like, the moment you don't have immunity and this guy take a fucking turn, like 2-turn provoke is really strong. And he can drop a slow debuff on that. And you hit him, you take damage. He's hard to kill. It's crazy. He also violent proc on command all the freaking time. And it takes so long to get out of 2-turn provoke together with a slow debuff. Unless you violent proc in between and you get rid of the provoke immediately. At least when you fight provoke, you still get your cooldown back if you manage to use your skill. But unfortunately, you don't. So it's just tough, man. Dark Indra is a powerhouse of a unit. Once again, we got the Light Dragon Knight against the Dark Dragon Knight for this one. Oh, drafting a healer. Oh, that actually got the ban right there. So once again, Dark. Oh wait, hold up. Gianna might be able to do something unless. Yep, Gianna is not gonna be able to do something. He can just kind of draft one team for everything. I wonder if someone's gonna hard counter this thing, because Comtess doesn't exactly like people to snipe to cleave. Unfortunately, it is the direction of balance patch. in the big 2025, it is almost impossible to snipe cleave people in RTA unless you own, once again, the right combination of LD5. I think that is the direction of RTA. If you don't own the right combination of LD5 and you don't have like God tier Swift Rune, it is very hard to snipe and cleave people. It's not impossible. I've seen like the speed lead, let's say Vanessa, Oliver, Asher, and the Water Siri, Sonia, Snipecom, they're very, very good. They can snipe this exact enemy very easily because I think that is the best answer to this kind of bullshit thing, right? Is to snipe them with ignore defense immediately. But unfortunately, if your runes are not really good, you will get absolutely speed contests by people who play standard draft. People with Shiho, Ethna, Sakmet, that kind of thing, they can easily outspeed your booster and then they shut you down. But then you're very good into this kind of thing. So I think if you play normal draft like Oliver, Shiho, and you can afford to have Sonia, Water Siri rune up and switch one of your high base speed unit to like a buffer, then you can deal with this kind of bullshit. Because you can see right there, control takes a while to kill. And the longer you take in a fight against Ragdoll, the worse it will go for you. It's like doing TOA hell when you fight Ragdoll without Indra player, because look at how tanky they are. How you can control them, but you can't control them forever, because the moment you touch them, you give them so much more attack bar. And at some point they will violent proc. At some point they will sleep you. At some point they will start resisting. And that is just the name of the game, and how Ragdoll is still one of the strongest character for RTA in particular. It's kind of funny how he is so strong here, but I've never seen like a sure win com for Ragdoll in Siege. Because in Siege, snipe is everything. Ignore defense is everything. But Ragdoll also has ignore defense, but somehow you never really see Ragdoll in Siege on offense or defense. Another AoE team coming out, and we have Ragdoll, Hey Gang here. What was the ban right there? I want to check the ban real quick. The ban is Aya. Oh my god. I think AoE is like absolutely punished, because you can see, right? If he let Aya stay and he missed one pushback with the Oliver, oh my god. The snipe is just so beautiful with Viva Chell. If he missed one pushback on Aya, there's no coming back. So I think even though we are saying that, hey Sean, RTA is so diverse right now, you can play anything, but can you really play anything? I think you can play anything only apply to like C2 and below, where you can truly play anything, because people don't actually counterplay a whole lot. People just kind of draft whatever. But the moment you get to a point where people actually know what they're doing, single target either snipe or single target control is literally the best way to play, because if you go any form of AoE, the punishment is too big. If you go for any form of cleave AoE, the punishment is even bigger. So that's why Oliver is still one of the strongest characters in the game, because Oliver is the representation of what summoners or RTA commenters want them to be. Single target control. And Gianna helps with that a whole lot. So that's why you see Gianna with the AoE strip. And Gianna do single target damage that ignore element, ignore defense. And that is exactly like the combination of what RTA, like the peak RTA is. And why we see all of that in tournament play. And we don't see a lot of like AoE cleave kind of stuff. I think there is going to be AoE cleave here and there, but there's so many units nowadays that cut in between your stuff that just completely shut down AoE cleave. So you can see here Ragdoll with the single target snipe of Viva, and we have attack buff bomb. Ooh, oh, that bomb's not going to do a lot though. I think this Bruiser counter is doing actually very, very good. Maybe Ragdoll's about to lose in this one, but oh no, the support of, oh, maybe if he kill Viva, I think the monkey might actually win though. So the counter to the God Bruiser com is to pick a Bruiser com. Maybe that's the play. The monkey is not dying. The monkey can do very good damage. The bomb is not doing good damage yet. But, oh, here we go. Can the Viva survive? That's the big question. Oh, the monkey did not give Viva an opportunity. But, oh my god. A Vio Gianna with a support Kovaci is absolutely busted. And this is the kind of team that is very hard to play against because, again, we are fighting standard meta draft all the time, which means we expect Oliver, Shiho, and Joe Gunn, and some sort of control with Oki, Cigar, that kind of stuff. We don't expect Ragdoll, Kovaci, Gianna. Three kind of unit that may belong to a different archetype of strategy. And this is where the experience in drafting and just having to play RTA a whole fucking lot can shine. Because if you don't play RTA a lot, you don't come across these kind of like, how do I say? Chimera kind of comp, Frankenstein kind of comp, where they put a lot of good unit together, but they don't really have a clear direct strategy. And you have to somehow deal with each unit individually or form a team that is so good that, oh, I fear the ignore defense might be coming, guys. Why is he hitting Ragdoll? Why is he not killing Kovaci? Wait, hold up. Hold up. Why is he not Oh, no. That was so risky. That was so... You know what? He asked for it. He asked for it. All right? I can't defend that guy. He asked for that. Wait. He asked for this one too. Maybe he was hoping that the reflect from the shield would kill Ragdoll. Maybe. I'm not too sure. But, oh my god, what am I watching here? We have the Ragdoll against... we have a Kinky last pick as well. That is crazy. But let's see if the Viva is slow enough to snipe. Oh, he's moving. Oh, that strip stun. That strip stun completely shut down the Viva. If not, I think the Nyx could be dead by now. But here we go. Can Kinky do it though? I think Kinky is only playable when you have Ragdoll, so you can keep Kinky a lot of attack bar. It's kind of funny that when they nerf a unit like the Kinky nerf, right? Kinky was one of the strongest Bruiser across multiple different kind of content. They like to do this double nerf thingy. Like they nerf the unit and then they over buff the counter to the unit, that the unit become just completely kind of gone a little bit. Instead of like doing one thing, usually the thing that they buff to counter the unit doesn't do really well because they don't just buff that. They gotta buff the other things that exist in the game as well, and they accidentally buff the counter to the counter of the meta so well that the counter to the meta that they buff doesn't really counter the meta. But when they do this double side attack, pincer attack thingy, they buff the counter to Kinky. There's so many units that can guarantee crit now, and Kinky doesn't do what Kinky used to do, which is revenge and heal and do massive damage anymore. Then Kinky just kind of go away. But maybe this Kinky is going to do it because Kinky does get stronger over time. But I feel like, oh, I think Obabe is spreading his cheeks a little bit and not focusing his damage where it should be. And maybe there was an opportunity to kill the Ragdoll right there. But this, oh my god, that was not good. Is the Kinky going to do something here? Kinky did not kill. He killed a Ragdoll. Maybe, wait, Obabe is doing it though. Obabe is winning, that's for sure. But I think he kind of sacked the first turn. But then you're fighting Ragdoll player. You gotta deserve at some point, right? That Nyx strip stun and also I think increased cooldown time of the Indra in the very first turn was very, very crucial. And also the combination of Annabelle and Carno to do good damage is very important. I don't think a Kinky can win this. Yeah, the damage of the Carno is really, really good. Oh, that Nyx. That Nyx did a... Wait, hold up. Nah. Really? From this position? It's like I bend over, I spread my cheeks, and somehow the other guy can't do anything and I fart in his face. Unbelievable. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.